What's up, pretty babies? Welcome back to another video. As y'all can see by the title, I'm gonna be giving y'all tips on how to start your graphics account, how to become successful at it, how to get people to purchase from you, and the main thing is what people don't tell you about starting or having a graphics account. So if you don't know what a graphics account is, it's basically like where you making stuff, like stuff for YouTube. It could be YouTube related. It doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube related, but for example, thumbnails, intros, outros, banners, etc. You can make flyers and stuff like that, but I only make YouTube related stuff. And you can also make stuff like videos and stuff, like edit videos for people, but I'm not doing it because it's too much. I can't even edit my own videos. Before we get into this video, make sure y'all follow me on my socials and let's get into this video. So I have a whole list. Y'all can't see, haha. So I have a whole list of information and stuff that y'all need to know. So just stay tuned for all of that because I'm about to get deep into this. Some of these is only gonna be like a couple of steps, and then I'm gonna just give y'all like a lot of tips on it. And this is also another way to make money as a teenager. If you are not eligible to apply to jobs or stuff like that, this could be like a little quick job for you, and you can also make money by doing this. But I'm gonna get deep into detail on how to get in all of that. So the first thing you want to do is when you're making an account, you want to make the account private. I see a lot of y'all make this wrong mistake. Y'all make the account and y'all like to have friends and other people to shout it out. That is the wrong time to shout an account out when it has nothing on the page. You want to make sure that account is private until you have it fully set up with some videos on it, because a lot of y'all be making y'all's account and y'all put coming soon on it. That is a waste of time because nobody cares. Nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody knows if you're going to take it serious. So the best thing for you to do is make that account private. Don't tell anyone about it. You can tell friends about it, but don't tell them to shout you out just yet until you actually start, doing the graphic stuff. So after you make the account, set your account up, make sure it's private. Make sure you have your little profile picture or your logo, whatever you want to have. I just have a profile picture of me. Have your little profile picture, have your little highlights and stuff set up. Make sure you have all of that stuff set up. Your description or your bio, that's what it's called. The next thing that you want to do, this is another step. For your highlights, you want to add, like, this is what I did. If you have flyers or whatever, you want to have on your highlights a highlight for prices, a highlight for your cash app, and a highlight for your requirements, probably customer reviews. I see a lot of people do customer reviews. I don't do all of that, but I think I should, because I guess it persuades people to come to me more often when they see other people's reviews on my stuff. But people be faking that type of stuff, and I don't want people to think that it's fake, but who cares? So you want to make a highlights. Make your highlights full of, your cash app information, your requirements. And what I mean by requirements is stuff that they need to send you when they are coming to you about an intro, outro, etc., whatever you are doing. So for requirements, I make sure I have stuff like, make sure you send pictures, a lot of videos, your social media names, the song that you want, depending on what you are buying. So that's the type of stuff that I mean by requirements, and that's the type of stuff that I am talking about. For prices, we're gonna get into all of that, but yeah, just make sure you have your highlights set up into all of that good stuff. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have like a theme for your account. You don't necessarily have to have a theme, like a colorful theme. When I started, I'm gonna be in certain pictures so y'all can see. When I started mine, I had like this colorful theme, but I don't really like colors like that, so I just got mine simple now and cute. So just make you a little theme. It doesn't have to be like how mine is. Think of it on your own. You don't have to copy other graphic creators, whatever. Just make your theme how you want to make your theme. Next one, this is optional. You want to make a logo or a watermark. I don't do this because I feel like if you buy from me, that's enough. I have affordable prices, so if you buy from me, that is enough in my opinion. So I feel like I don't have to add a watermark or a logo, but I do feel like I should add a watermark and logo and add a price to it and add that to my requirements. Meaning, like, if you want to get rid of that logo or if you want to get rid of that watermark, then you have to pay like $1 or $2. But I mean, what's the point? I feel like that stuff is useless. Some people do that just to get other people to come to them, which is smart, but I don't like how that stuff look. I just rather people, at least give me credit in their description box or something like that, or be like, get that pretty tater for your intros, outros, whatever. So you do you. If that's how you want to do it, you go right ahead, but make sure you have a price for that, because some of y'all be having these watermark and logos and it's just on there. Like, who wants their intro with somebody else's logo on there? So make sure if you do watermarks or logo, you have a price to get rid of it. And I feel like that price should be affordable, not no $10 type of removal, because yeah, come to pretty tater. The next one, this is a tip. Like I said, have affordable prices. I see a lot of y'all make advanced intros and stuff like like that for $30. Who is finna pay $30 for an intro? I understand intros be like what people have for a while, so I mean I understand why people make them expensive or whatever, but mine is affordable. For my advanced intro I have $15, my simple intros I have $10, but it all depends on how you work and how you do your intros. If you feel like you take too long with a simple intro, then raise your prices. Your prices should be based off of how long you work or how long it takes for you to work. So if you feel like your advanced intros take a long time, or if it take days, I can understand why you have the price to like $20 or $30, but I be quick with mine, so that's why my advanced intros be $15, my simple be $10. And thumbnails, If you want to know all that, just go to my graphics account and you will see, but do not copy me, because you might feel like your simple intros are not worth $10 because of how you work on your simple intros. So your prices should really be based on how long it takes for you to do those certain things, if that makes sense. This is another tip. When you start getting people to buy from you, never make their intro first. Do not ever make their intro first. Always make them pay first for whatever they are getting, because when you at a restaurant like Burger King or McDonald's or whatever, you always pay first before you get that food. So make them pay first and you do the little whatever. Let me tell you something. If they be like, oh no, I don't do that scamming, just block them, because they're gonna be trying to cuss you out after that. After you get smart with them, I do it all the time. I always get on them because they always be like, oh no, I'm not gonna pay first because I don't play about that scamming, and they be the scammers. Because I'm not gonna get into that, but I always make them pay first. If they don't pay first, they're just not gonna get an intro, because you have one, they don't. So yeah, they're just gonna have a YouTube channel with no intro. That's on them. At least you have one, right? So yeah, don't trip over no money. So always make your customers pay first and you do the intro. You just have to be good at it, y'all. Do not be out here jacking these people, because you just must be a broke mother effer if you gotta jack these people out their money. This is another tip, and I want to thank All Things Nella, because she told me about this when I first started, getting into making like all this type of stuff. I remember her telling me that send people's intros, outros, or whatever to their intro so that it can show clear, because when you send it through Instagram, it will not show clear. So always get their email as well. Add that to the requirement as well for them to send you their email. That was kind of complicated to say, but make sure you have their email so you can send them their intro, their banner, or whatever through it. But you only do that when they like their stuff, when they say okay, and y'all just be like okay. Like when they like their stuff, you go right ahead and send it to their email. But before you send it to their email, make sure you send it through Instagram and show them like how their intro looks, make sure they like it, and then you send it to their email. Good. This is another tip. Everyone will not like your work. You will get complicated, you will get frustrated. This is not something that's easy. They will have people that are so complicated that do not listen to the requirements. They will have people that do not go to your highlights and all of that stuff, meaning you have to keep asking them like, what's this? You will have people that are very impatient, take too long to text back, and it's like annoying, because you will also have people that will hit you up at night when you're trying to go to sleep. You will just have all type of frustrations and complications and all of that. It's just so much to deal with, but you got to push through it if you're trying to make this move on. So I just want y'all to know, everyone will not like your work. Just because you feel like your work is good and everyone feels like your work is good, does not mean everyone will like it. This is another thing. For freestyles, if you want to freestyle somebody intro, make sure you showing them how you doing it, because they will have so many people. You will sit here and make their intro. They would be like, freestyle it how you want. As soon as you send it to them, they will have a complaint on what they don't like about it, and that's annoying, because you told me freestyle it, right? So you finna get this freestyle, so whatever you don't like, you just gonna have to like. That's annoying. So always make sure, like when you're doing freestyles for people and when they tell you to just do it how you do it, they always have a complaint. Just listen to them, because they're giving you the money. So just make sure that your customers like your work, because you want them to come back to you. Simple. Do not ask other graphics people or accounts what apps they use. That's annoying, because I get this a lot. I always tell y'all the apps I use. Y'all know I do not mind letting y'all know the apps that I use, but I'm gonna put y'all on some apps, and I don't care if some graphics people won't like it, because a lot of these graphic accounts people, or whatever you want to call them, they do not like sharing the apps that they use, which is fine. I completely understand it, but I'm not gonna ask you what apps you use. I'm gonna just help you guys out, whoever's watching this. If you really want this graphics account, I'm gonna just throw y'all on some apps, since they want to be selfish, this and the third. Of course, we have CapCut in the building. You can use CapCut to make these people's intros. Filmora Go, most definitely, is what I use all the time to make people's intro. I don't know why some people have watermarks on Filmora Go, but I don't. I don't know why people don't. I didn't buy it. I'm just letting y'all know I didn't buy the preview or whatever the stuff premium. I didn't can't buy none of that. I don't know why mine does not have a watermark, but everyone else's does. But if you want to use Filmora Go, go right ahead. Pixar is an app for like when you cutting out pictures and stuff. That's a good app for cutting out pictures. Fonto is a good app to get like fonts and stuff, like good fonts, good words and all of that, letter text and all that stuff like that. And these are other apps I don't really use because they're kind of complicated to use, so maybe I'll get into using that. But I hear a lot of people say like Video Star and Velo and stuff like that. I don't use those, but Video Leap is what I use to use like filters, and also the subscribe button, because I like the subscribe buttons that they have on Video Leap, and I like the filters as well. So Video Leap, CapCut, Filmora Go, Pixar, Fonto, Video Star, Velo. Those are the apps. I probably said it twice. Don't be out here asking people what apps they use, because they like to throw that stuff in your face. Be like, oh, but you out here asking people what apps, blah, blah, blah. You don't want none of that. So the apps that I just said, make sure y'all go check them apps out. I'm really trying to help y'all out, because these people be selfish with what they do. That's why I say do not really make graphics account friends like that. You can, that's on you, but I don't like getting close to y'all like that. So yeah, and that goes on to the next one. Every graphics account person is not your friend. People be trying to compete with you. People will steal your ideas and not give you credit, stuff like that. So every graphics account person is not your friend. So don't be out here trying to be cool with everybody or every graphics account person. If you're friendly, that's just you. You're just gonna have to learn, because these people like to be in competition. It's like they always trying to compete with you, this and the third. You could feel it. You could see it as well, that people be using your stuff. You could see that people save your stuff. So you know they got other people out here saving your stuff, using your stuff. So yeah, just do you. If you do not have a support system, this is also another tip. If you do not have a support system, you can do what I see a lot of other graphics account people do, is make intros for other influencers, because I feel like you should make intros for other influencers to get noticed, because maybe they would shout you out and have people come to you for intros, but they will also have people come to you asking about a free intro because they see that you made a free intro for these influencers. So be careful with that. Don't be out here giving people no free intros, because we don't do that. We trying to make some money. So if you do not have a support system, the best thing for you to do, I know this one might take time. I am not making no intro for no influencer because I don't want y'all shouting me out. I want to gain from the bottom with my platform, and I want people to actually buy from me. But I feel like if you don't have a support system, then you should most definitely make intros for these influencers to try to get them to shout your page out and have people come to you for intros. Right. So that was all the tips that I have on my list, and I'm gonna get into the last one. But before I do that, I just want y'all to literally just, when you making your account, make sure it's private. I'm gonna just go over that. Make sure that it is private. Make sure that you turn your page into a business account last. I'm gonna get into that. But once you create your account, you turn it private, you fix your profile picture up, you fix your bio up. You don't tell nobody about this page. You can, but don't tell them to shout it out just yet, because that is a big mistake. Don't be on there putting coming soon. Before you make your account public, make sure that you have intros on there already, but don't tag no one just yet, if this makes sense. You want to make sure you have intros on there already, because nobody wants to shout your page out and people go to it and you just have one intro. We want to see how you do, like how your work is. So make sure you have intros on there already. It could be for other influencers. It could be for yourself. Show people your work. Once you do that, make sure you have enough intros. I say like make at least six intros on there, so people could go through all 6 of them and see how your work is, or you can make more. But make sure your account is private. You are following 0 people. 0 people are following you, unless it's you or your friend. Just don't tell nobody to shout your page out until you make that mug public. I'm hoping this making sense, because this is really how you can make money easy, especially if you do not have a support system. I just make intros for people that actually buy from me, because as y'all know, I'm an intro person. I always make intros, and my intro video did blow up. So a lot of people came to me to make their intro. So that's why I get a lot of customers, because of that. I am not making nothing for free. Everything on my page is paid for, people pay for. If you want to be like that, to where people's paying for their intros, etc., whatever, you have to be good at it. You have to be good at what you do. You have to be nice to your customers, even when they're making you upset with these changes. Don't let them make you mad, because a lot of them will not like your work. Like I said, doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean you suck at what you do. But make sure that you have intros on your page already before you make it public. Once you make it public and you turn it into a business account, you want to go back to the intros you made and tag the influencers now. I don't feel like you should already have them tagged, because your account is private. So once you make it public, you tag these influencers, and you better hope they see it. It's okay if they don't. You just repost it, and boom, you will see the magic work. It does take time. This stuff does not happen overnight. If it does, that's lucky on you, but you have to be smart about it. Don't just be out here putting one thing on your page and shouting it out, because how people know that you finna take this serious? So it's best to have your account private, then have a lot lot of intros on there that you've made, nice looking intros with your theme popping, your highlights popping. You got all this stuff already. So when people come to you, they could see that you really, yeah. So I'm hoping I'm making sense, okay? And the last step is turning your account public and making it a business account. What I mean by business account, graphics account, whatever, you will see that I think it's called graphic design. All you have to do is go in your settings. I forgot where to go, but you should see it, like you should read it and it will guide you through whatever. You go to settings. I'm pretty sure you go to settings, or you go to edit profile or something, and you will see like business page or something like that, and then you just go to graphics and boom, you have a graphics account. This is how you become a successful graphics account person or whatever. The big thing is to just never start off something and it doesn't have nothing on it and then you go shout it out, because you're wasting people's time, you wasting your time. So never make stuff public until you are finished with it. That's when you start following everybody and stuff like that, whatever you want to do. So yeah, that completes the end of this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure y'all follow me on my socials, and I will see y'all in the next video.